Alright, my fellow peeps, we have the 10th Triple Salute House installment to get it on with. Yeah, no pun intended. That's what she said, because I changed my mind about saying it. Okay, but for real, the 10th Triple Salute House installment, which will be, number 1, the grunge rock band, 2, an anime franchise that I never heard of, and 3, a 2 discs video game magazine demo that just started in the first quarter of 1997 and stopped back in 2001. Alright peeps, so let's get it on with these 3 segments and then we're off. Alright, the first segment is Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters are an American rock band formed in Seattle, Washington in 1994. Foo Fighters was initially formed as a one-man project by former Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl. Following the success of the 1995 eponymous debut album, Grohl, lead vocals and guitar, recruited a band consisting of Nate Mendel, bass guitar, William Goldsmith, drums, and Pat Smear, guitar. And Rami Jaffe, keys, joined in 2017. So, yeah, here's the background and shit. So let's hear some history. In 1990, Dave Grohl joined the grunge band Nirvana as a drummer. During tours, he took a guitar with him and wrote songs, but was too intimidated to share them with the band. He was in awe of the songs written by frontman Kurt Cobain, who may rest in peace. Dave occasionally booked studio time to record demos and covers, issuing an album of demos, Pocket Watch, under the pseudonym Late in 1992. After Nirvana disbanded after the death of Kurt Cobain back in 1994, Dave received offers to work with various artists. Press rumors indicated he might join Pearl Jam, and he almost accepted a position as a drummer in Tom Petty and Heartbreakers. Okay, so the formation and debut album is that Dave formed a band to support the album. He spoke to Nirvana bassist Chris Novoselic about joining the group, but they decided against it. Grohl said it would have felt really natural for them to work together, but it would have been weird for the others and place more pressure on Dave. Instead, he recruited the bassist Nate Mendel, and drummer William Goldsmith, both of the recently disbanded Seattle group Sunny Day Real Estate. Nirvana touring guitarist Pat Smear joined as a second guitarist. Dave licensed the album to Capitol Records, releasing it on his new label, Roswell Records. Foo Fighters made their live public debut on February 23, 1995, at the Jambalaya Club in Arcata, California, followed by performances at Satyricon in Portland on March 3rd. What, Satyricon? Is it a black metal band? Yeah, it is a black metal. Oh, no, sorry. I was just thinking about the black metal band named Satyricon. But no, it's like a nightclub or some shit. Okay, on March 3rd, and the Velvet Elvis Seattle on March 4th. The show on March 3rd had been part of a benefit gig for the investigation of the rape and murder of Git singer Mia Zapata. Okay. Well, what do I gotta say about Foo Fighters? One of the most memorable bands I have ever heard, and I even, the first Foo Fighters track that I've listened to was The Pretender, and there's a few tracks that really kicked my hearing bud's ass, like The Best of You, There Goes My Hero, or whatever it is, whatever that song is. Oh yeah, The Monkey Wrench. Alright, We're Gonna Walk Again. Much good shit. Although I never listened to that too much of it, but I noticed that Taylor Hawkins has lost his life back in March of last year. Which was very sad. Very sad. But but it sure is good to remember Taylor Hawkins forever, since he was never forgotten. Yeah. They sure have been described as grunge, alternative rock, post-grunge, hard rock, and pop rock. And I gotta say, best band I've ever heard. Alright, this segment, it goes out to everyone who loves watching anime 24/7. The Wallflower. Yeah, The Wallflower is a manga series written by Tomoko Hayakawa. The individual chapters have been serialized in Besatsu Friend since 2000, and in 36 tankobon volumes in Japan by Kodansha. The series was licensed for an English language, released in North America by Del Rey Manga, and in Singapore, Chuang Yi, under the name My Fair Lady. The series ended in January 2015 after 36 volumes. Nippon Animation adapted part of the manga series into a 25-episode anime series, which aired on TV Tokyo and TV Aichi from October 3rd, 2006 through March 27th, 2007. The anime adaptation has been licensed for Region 1, released by Activision, who paid $500,000. In 2008, The Wallflower became one of over 30 ADV titles whose North American rights were transferred to motherfucking FUNimation. Yeah, the company that gave us Dragon Ball Z, My Fucking Hero Academia, and of course, Panty and fucking Stocking. Okay, well, yeah, the plot is about this. The Wallflower is about a girl named Sunako who was called ugly by the first and only person to whom she confessed her love. This incident sparks a life change, and as a result, Sunako shuns all forms of beauty, both in herself as well as in life. Concerned by her change for the worse, Sunako's aunt, the owner of a huge mansion where 4 very handsome high school students live for free, demands the boys to transform her niece into the perfect lady, and in return, they would be able to continue living there for free. They are given a deadline, and if they are unable to uphold their deal, then they would have to either pay a lump sum of cash or vacate the premises. While the 4 of them manage to make Sunako physically beautiful enough to become a lady, the problem lies with her attitude and interests, which Sunako has no intention of changing. Up until the most recent release in the story, they managed to convince Sunako's aunt that her niece is indeed a lady befitting the mansion in which they live, and prevent the rent from skyrocketing to triple the required amount. However, in reality, Sunako has not changed at all. Sunako has the tendency to spurt out in a nosebleed when seen by bright creatures, especially around Kyohei. It is a very unhumorous tale following Sunako and the 4 boys through unusual and ridiculous situations where Sunako is confronted with many unwanted experiences of being a lady, while also channeling the idea of self and beauty. Okay, so the manga series, 36 volumes, premiered in 2000, and licensed for an English language in North America and Singapore under the name My Fair Lady in Indonesia by Level Comics. So, let's see here. Okay, so not to mention that there's also a live-action drama. In the 18th issue of Besatsu Friend, it was announced that a live-action drama adaptation of the manga has been greenlit for airing in January 2009. On November 30th, the cast was announced for the live-action. An actor and member of the J-pop group Cat-kun, Kazuya Kaminashi, stars as Kyohei, while actress Aya Omasa plays the lead role as Sunako. This broadcast on TBS... Wait, TBS? Oh no, not that American version of TBS. That's a different kind. This is broadcast on TBS with the opening theme, Cartoons Love Yourself. They added one more main character, Nakahara Takeru, the landlady's son. So yeah, the influence of this Wallflower series has inspired a fashion line by Julie House that appeared in the 2008 New York Fashion Week. And what do I gotta say, even though I never heard of it, but I'm saluting it for y'all, is that, yeah, it sure is an inspired anime show that gives us some good comedy shit. Okay. Alright, peeps. On to the next segment, PlayStation Underground. It is now a defunct American video game magazine, originally published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The magazine focused on the PlayStation fan base, including gaming on the original PlayStations 1 and 2, and was promoted as a PlayStation fan club. Unlike its paper-based counterpart, the official US PlayStation magazine, PlayStation Underground came in the form of CD-ROMs, which could be played on the PlayStation's 1 and 2 consoles. Well, can these PlayStation Underground issues be played on the PlayStation 3? Because if so, good. Subscribers were given access to a members-only website. The magazine released its first issue on March 26, 1997, and its final issue in 2001. The magazine released a total of 17 issues during its active years. The magazine was eventually merged with the official US PlayStation magazine in 2001 when it was discontinued. Yeah, in 2015, PlayStation Underground returned as a video series where gameplay from upcoming games is shown in a Let's Play format while the PlayStation blog team discussed the game with the developer. And so, yeah, it is based in Foster City, California. And what else? Okay, each issue consists of 2 CD-ROMs that can be played on the first 2 PS consoles, or an emulator. Disc 1, The Vault, a collection of playable game demos of upcoming Sony game titles. A codebook, hints, cheat codes, and strategy guides for video games. Imports, preview from games from around the world such as Europe and Japan, mostly in Japan, which have yet to be released in the United States. Sometimes never happened, like the very first Metal Slug, which was never released in the US for the PlayStation. Download station, additional game content such as extra secret levels or hidden characters. Similar to downloadable content before downloadable content. Yeah, DLC before DLC. Tech Q&A, a section which asks and answers questions behind product development. Debriefing, video interviews with major video game designers. Behind the scenes, a look at the making of video games, commercial spots, etc. Event Center, yeah, a highlight of current happenings in the PlayStation brand, especially the PlayStation truck. Bulletins, exclusive special notices and opportunities. Yeah. Transmission, a feature showcasing upcoming features and contests. Alphas, exclusive previews and premieres. Hidden content, each issue had various Easter eggs hidden throughout the sections, including cheat codes, game movies, and game demos. Okay, Disc 2. The second disc contains mostly demos for upcoming games as well as game trailers. For example, the second issue of PlayStation Underground, the second disc was a Square Enix themed disc containing demos of fucking Final Fantasy VII and Bushido Blade, as well as exclusive upcoming trailers of new Squaresoft games. Well, and I gotta say, on the packaging, it sure is really great to look at. I have the PlayStation Underground CD Magazine Volume 3, Issue 3, and the instruction manual is attached to this packaging. Yeah, I don't know who came up with that, but it sure is good to see the manuals and other stuff. Yeah, that's really good to know. It's really good to have 17 issues in our possessions. And I sure love to grab 16 more myself as well. Alright, my fellow peeps, so in conclusion, I recommend listening to Foo Fighters and the Wallflower anime series. even though I'm not into anime that much. And I also recommend PlayStation Underground CD magazines releases. Yeah, these 3 segments really gives us something to be entertained. Especially the music and those illustrations and the video gameplays and demos that already been released a long ass time ago. So yeah. Alright, my fellow peeps. Rock on.